When Slade had finished touring, obviously one of the things that's happened then was the management and crew and the roadies and everybody around the band. Um, when Slade were on the road, then they were busy all the time. But when it was coming into the sort of mid 80s, and Slade were no longer really doing any live gigs. Some of the guys, they had to go off and find other employment, and one of the fellas in particular was the long-time Slade tour manager, which is a guy called Graham Swinnerton, known to everybody as Swin. And Swin was he was a very experienced guy, so he was never really going to be short of work. But one of the things that he did, he went working for a band in America called Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes. And any of you that know the history of the Jersey Shore and the Stone Pony, Bruce Springsteen, all those kind of things. Southside Johnny was a fabulous act. Never really got the recognition that he probably deserved. But Swin went off to America and organised all the tours for Southside Johnny, and then every year he'd bring them back over to the UK for a few dates in England, and very often what happened was Swin, being a Wolverhampton guy like the rest of the Slade fellas, he'd have the band, especially Johnny, he'd have them stay at his house. And we went to a couple of fabulous parties where the Southside Johnny and the band, they would play at a venue called the Robin Hood in Wolverhampton, and they were an incredible band. And you've got to see people like Eddie Mannion, who's the sax player. He's still with the E Street Band now, and I mean, actually I saw him last year with Springsteen at Liverpool when Paul McCartney joined them on stage. So Eddie Mannion has been around a long time, and a lot of the other guys that went through the the Asbury Jukes, at some stage they've all been sidemen for Springsteen in the E Street Band. But one of these particular nights at Swin's house, it was brilliant because we'd all gone back there, and plenty of drink had been taken, and it just ended up as a fabulous jam session. And the guitarist, I think his name was Bobby Bandieri. I think he actually went on to play with Bon Jovi as well. I'd have to have a look at that, but off the top of my head, I think that's right. And I remember us all sat round the baby grand piano in Swin's lounge, and just singing old rock and roll songs with Southside Johnny. He was playing the harmonica. He was a great harp player. And the rest of the band, I mean, Bobby Bandieri just playing guitar. I can't remember the keyboard player's name. Anyway, he was a ginger guy. Maybe his name was Rusty something. I don't know. Eddie Mannion playing the comb and paper. It was just a fantastic time. So I remember those well, and it's kind of a little tenuous link between Slade and Bruce Springsteen and all that American stuff. But Swin was a great guy, sadly no longer with us, but he was he was pretty well known around the business and well respected, and he was a good pal. Swin was. So anyway, Ed Taylor, Rocksteady. I've got lots and lots of these stories to be telling you in the future. So if you like a bit of music, a bit of rock and roll, a lot of Formula One racing, then go to my channel, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and hopefully we can grow it and I can tell you some more of these stories. Okay then, cheers.